In this module, we will learn about important national waterways in India. Waters on the landward side of the baseline of the territorial sea are known as the internal waters of India. Internal waters may further be categorized as inland waterways, national waterways, inland corridor, and coastal waters. A network of navigable rivers and other waterways used for transporting goods and passengers between ports is called as Inland Waterway Transport Corridor. In accordance to latest reports from Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, India has a total length of about 34,195 kilometers of waterways, which includes 14,500 kilometers of navigable waterways. Many of these waterways have been declared as national waterways under the provisions of National Waterways Act. During the financial year 2018-19, about 72.3 million metric ton traffic was handled, which increased to 122.2 million metric tons in financial year 2023-24. This indicates nearly 70% growth with an average of 14% per annum. National Waterway Act 2016 has notified a total of 111 national waterways, which include major national waterways number 1 to 5. There are 23 waterways with a total length of 5,200 kilometers, which are functional or under development and have been identified with potential for mechanized crafts. The National Waterway 1 or Ganga Bhagirathi Hooghly River system passes through West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, serving major cities in this region. It is 1,620 kilometers long and runs from Prayagraj to Haldia via Patna, Bhagalpur and Farakka across the Ganga River. A number of multimodal and ro-ro terminals are being developed along with a network of floating terminals and fixed RCC jetties along this route. Brahmaputra is the lifeline of northeast region of India. It was declared as National Waterway 2 in 1988 for a distance of 891 kilometers from Dhubri to Sadia. Necessary aids for facilitating 24-hour navigation is maintained between Dhubri and Silghat, while day navigation marks are provided in further upper sections of the river. Terminal facilities for loading and unloading of cargo are being maintained by IWAI at strategic locations like Dhubri, Jogi Ghopa, Pandu, Silghat, Niyamati and Dibrugarh. Pandu is being developed as a multi-modal transport hub. Dhubri is the first important terminal on the Brahmaputra. Indo-Bangladesh Protocol on Inland Water Transport exists between India and Bangladesh, which permits inland vessels of one country to transit through the specified routes of the other country. There are about 13 existing ports on each side of country. This route strategically connects Ganga, Brahmaputra, Barak and Kumti rivers. Eastern Waterways Grid aims to link the rivers of Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal and connecting them with multimodal roads and rail networks benefiting about 600 million people in the region. The West Coast Canal or National Waterway number 3 is a 365 kilometers long route located in Kerala, which runs from Kollam to Kottapuram. Additionally, Champakara and Udyog Mandal canals are navigable and connect the industrial centers to Kochi port. NW3 has 24-hour navigation facilities along the entire stretch and comprises 9 permanent and 4 floating terminals. National Waterway 4 is a 2,890 kilometers long waterway which connects the states of Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and the Union Territory of Puducherry. This waterway runs along the Coromandel coast through Kakinada to Puducherry while connecting Godavari and Krishna rivers with Buckingham Canal. National Waterway 5 covers the state of Odisha and a small part of West Bengal. With a length of 588 kilometers, NW5 joins Brahmani and Mahanadi clusters with Dhamra and Paradip ports, connecting industrial clusters of Pankapal and with coal mines of Talcher. Coal from Talcher to Dhamra and Paradip ports is the most potential cargo for this waterway. NW5 also has potential to be connected to NW1 at Jionkhali in future. You should now go to the quiz section and test what you have learned.